What's up, budget builders? My name is Trail, and Bernie Sanders has done it again, guys. He is like the boss, sort of like Donald Trump. He gets in there and fights tooth and nail, and he is actually the mastermind behind this massive $3.5 trillion infrastructure package, which is the largest stimulus package that we have ever seen. We are going to be talking about how Bernie Sanders strong-armed those 9 centrists who tried to derail the blocking of the budget resolution bill. We also had another U.S. drone strike on Sunday in an attempt to stop an attack on innocent people. They ended up striking a vehicle that had tons of explosives. So that could have led to an even bigger disaster. In addition, the stock market reached new all-time highs on Friday as the Fed mentioned that a rate hike might be coming soon, as well as we have a few daily news bites that I want to share with you today. Now, those are just some of the topics that we are going to cover today, but if this is your first time to the channel, hey, welcome and glad to have you. On this channel, we talk about finance, real estate, credit cards, Bitcoin and crypto, and stimulus update news. So if you're interested in any of those, go ahead and hit the subscribe button for me. That way you can join our community. Also, if you end up liking the content in this video or even laughing at one of my jokes, then be sure to like this video. Other than that, guys, hey, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Okay guys, yesterday, a U.S. drone launched a drone strike targeting a vehicle that was at the Kabul airport, saying that it presented an imminent ISIS-K threat to the Kabul International Airport. The U.S. commander stated that they are confident that they successfully hit their target. Adding significantly secondary explosions from the vehicle indicated that the presence of a substantial amount of explosive material. The U.S. is assessing the possibilities of civilian casualties. The U.S. is also still trying to remove as many Americans and Afghans by President Biden's deadline of August the 31st. The State Department says that roughly about 250 Americans still want to leave Afghanistan. The evacuation steps will continue. Bernie Sanders is the man with the master plan. Just kidding, guys, just kidding. But for real, he actually played a significant role in getting that massive $3.5 trillion budget resolution bill moved forward. Well, the Democrats hit a small roadblock as they had about 9 centrists threatening to vote against the budget resolution bill if Nancy Pelosi doesn't take up the vote very quickly. Well, come to find out, Bernie Sanders said, "We are not going to allow these guys to derail what we have going for us." Sanders said he won't let centrists shrink the $3.5 trillion bill. He said he already negotiated it. Senator Kirsten Sinema and among others have been very vocal about her opposition to the bill, saying that the price tag was way too high, as well as Joe Manchin. He has also said that he has some serious concerns over the price tag as well. But that's when Bernie Sanders stepped in and said, "Look here, guys, the price tag has already been determined. It is not up for debate. I already negotiated it." Wow, straight up boss move by Bernie Sanders. He put the foot down, guys. He put the foot down. And since then, Bernie has been on a tour of the Midwestern Republican states to sell voters on the reconciliation bill. So he went to Indiana on Friday and Iowa on Sunday. Both of those states are pretty much in the air and potential swing states. But Bernie Sanders said that many of the proposals in the reconciliation bill are taken from President Biden's original infrastructure proposal in the spring. Provisions like raising taxes on the wealthy to pay for this bill and a federal paid family leave program were included in the reconciliation bill after conservative Democrats and Republicans removed it from the bipartisan infrastructure bill. Senator Tim Kaine of Virginia said the infrastructure bill is only as large as it is because of Bernie's influence. He said Bernie originally proposed a $6 trillion price tag, but the moderate folks negotiated it down. He said we wouldn't be here today with this $3.5 trillion package without Bernie Sanders. So it looks like Sanders is getting all the praise when it comes to this massive stimulus package bill for the American people. So kudos to Bernie Sanders. Now also, I saw on his Twitter page where he responded to a tweet regarding the message about how billionaires are now worth $4.8 trillion after gaining around $1.8 trillion during the pandemic. Well, he responded to the tweet and said, "We're going to tax the wealthy of these billionaires, and with the budget reconciliation legislation, we are finally going to invest in the needs of the working class of this country." Then he said, "Trust me, I wrote the damn bill." So say guys, Bernie is a boss. He is making it happen right now as the ball is in his court. I mean, he is getting kind of old, but I'm sure he is going to fight until the day he dies. And he is doing it all for the American people. And not just the American people, guys, the working class people. The billionaires don't need any more favors. It looks like they are pretty much successful on their own, if you know what I mean. Anyways, a well-known Florida radio host that called himself Mr. Anti-Vax ended up dying on Saturday from COVID. He is a conservative host that remained against taking the vaccine shot and often criticized people who actually did. The News Daytona Beach reported on their Twitter page that he informed and entertained listeners for more than 30 years. They asked for their privacy during this time. Also in Texas, a leader of the anti-mask movement also died of COVID on Saturday. Mr. Wallace was only 30 years old and has been battling complications for more than a month from COVID. He initially refused to go to the hospital and get tested for the virus and wanted to take ivermectin, which is a drug that the FDA has urged people not to take to treat COVID, as well as taking high doses of vitamin C and an inhaler. His wife actually apologized on social media, addressing the people who his views and opinions hurt along the way. But her husband was a strong critic of masks as being a way to stop the spread of the virus. Now, I must say, guys, that I never ever wish death upon people or anyone, but I must imagine that people that stand strong against something and end up dying from it, it must be a pretty tough pill to swallow for both of these guys. Obviously, we will be praying for both of them and their families during this time. And also to remind you that both of these fellows came from the two hardest hit states in regards to virus cases, Florida and Texas. And they both have strong governors that consistently go against the grain of the CDC, which is totally fine, guys. It's everyone's belief system, right? Y'all know my stance on how I feel about the vaccine shot, and some of you may have a different stance than me. But tell me, guys, can we all just get along? Now, in other news, the U.S. stock market hit another all-time high on Friday, with the NASDAQ and the S&P 500 jumping to record highs. Shortly after the Fed chairman, Jerome Powell, stated that he sees a taper of interest rates maybe by the end of this year, but says there are much ground to cover before the rate hikes can begin. Bitcoin and crypto coins are also receiving a boost from Powell's remarks on Friday. Both Bitcoin and Ethereum are both headed back to their all-time highs since the massive reversal happened a few weeks ago. But as the stock market continues to go up and up and up, when can we expect it to crash? Everybody and their mama is in the news calling for a crash to happen very soon. But unfortunately, that has been news since the early days of former President Trump. It seems the market is resilient to the bad news in this economy and continues to hit new record highs over and over again. The stock market hasn't seen a 5% drop in quite some time, which makes it very scary for new investors to buy right now, as these all-time high prices continue to go up. Now, outside of the infrastructure news, the House committee is preparing documents for its investigation of the January 6th attack on Capitol Hill, which they will likely force a standoff between the Congress and former President Trump over the issue of executive privilege. The list also lists several of Trumpy's associates and family members and close aides. The letter asks for documents and communications from within the White House. But y'all know Mr. Trumpy, he ain't backing down one bit, guys. He has vowed to fight for his executive privilege in preventing information from being provided to the House committee. Trump said executive privilege will be defended not just on behalf of my administration and the patriots who worked beside me, but on behalf of the office of the President of the United States and the future of our nation. These Democrats only have one tired trick, political theater, and their latest request only reinforces that pathetic reality. Go on, Trump. And lastly, guys, hey, stop waiting to jump into the stock market. The longer you wait, the longer you miss out on growing your money. The best way to start investing today with very little money is to go ahead and sign up for a Webull account where you can receive 2 free stocks worth up to $2,000. All you have to do is just create an account on the website and then deposit $5 or more. Once you receive those free stocks, you can actually sell them and make some free return on your investment. Act fast, guys, before this promotion disappears. All you need is just $5 to get started. That link will be down below in the description. Now, other than that, guys, hey, this has been another 4th stimulus check update for today. Now, if you enjoy any of this information or found it to be useful, be sure to hit the like button for me. It definitely helps out a lot, and it also tells YouTube to share this video with others. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button for me so that you can be a part of this community, and hit the notification bell to be notified of each new video. Again, as always, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.